Okay, let's jump right in and talk about what's on a lot of people's minds, which is what kind of aid is available to me when I am a small business owner going through this pandemic. And so I'm going to link in the notes some information from a fellow therapist and a CPA, Jennie Schottmiller. She has been doing a lot of really great lives. She's been sharing a lot of information. And so I just want to give her a shout out. I'm going to link to a really good guide that she has put together that I think will be really beneficial for you. It can be a little bit overwhelming. I've looked at it a few times, and she kind of breaks it down very nicely. So I'm going to put that there. And so there's three things that are kind of coming your way or could come your way depending on a lot of different factors. So we all know that depending on your income, you could be getting a stimulus check. It looks like it's going to be $1,200 per person, and then $500 for each child you get or you have, and it depends on income. So if you're making over $75,000 a year in income, then for every $1,000 over that, it's $50 less that you'll get. There's really not any information yet out there about when that's coming per se. I know they said it would be coming maybe in the next 2 weeks or so. So that's one thing that you can be on the lookout for. I think a lot of people know that already. Then the second one is, and I'm just going to make a note that I am not the expert in this, so I'm just going to give you like layman's terms around this, and also note that there's a lot of mystery around a lot of these grants, these loans, these forgiveness plans, and so it is not fully outlined yet. So please be patient in knowing that nobody has all of the answers, even though that the bill is out. But it's not there, not everything is there yet. So be patient. We're all waiting. Everybody's waiting. Every industry is waiting. And so there is the loan that you could apply for through the Small Business Administration. So if you haven't already done that, please go to SBA.gov. Apply for that loan. No one that I really have heard of, or very few people have heard back from this. And so they're going to probably be asking for additional information once you make the first initial application. So you want to make sure that you have all of your documentation ready to go. I am using my accountant to do that application for me. Why? Because he has all of the access to everything that's going to be needed, and it's just probably going to be easier for him to do that for me. So I just elected to have my accountant do that. So if you have an accountant, you might just want to talk to him or her and let them know that you're applying and that you might need some documentation from them if you don't already have it, or whatever. Sometimes we need weird and random things from our accountant. So this is a really good reminder that if you don't already have an accountant, that's something you really want to have right now, is get yourself an accountant, somebody who understands mental health, somebody who understands our business, kind of like the unique things about our business, and make sure that you can have some really open communication with your accountant. So apply for the SBA loan. I think some of it might be forgiven, some of it might not. We don't really know yet. And so that's one avenue for you. The other one is for payroll, and that's going to be done directly through the banks. I have BB&T for my bank. They actually sent me an email yesterday, and they wanted me to fill out this sheet that kind of went through my payroll for 2019 with a bunch of different categories and a bunch of different things. When I fill out the application, I upload that, and it gives them an idea. I think you can be eligible for up to 2.5%, or 2.5 times your monthly payroll. And so you get a loan for that. Some of it, I think they're talking about, it might be forgiven. And so there's a couple of different opportunities there for you. Some of it can be used for regular expenses, for rent, for payroll. So there's some options out there. I think a lot of this is going to be income based. So obviously the payroll is going to be based on how much your payroll is. Some of these other things are going to be based on the revenue of your practice. And so if you haven't already filed your taxes for 2019, might be something you want to think about, getting together. So that's why having an accountant is really important. If you don't already have let's say you're an independent contractor, you're just starting out, or you just started out with your private practice, or for whatever reason you haven't made a business, this is also a really good time. Even though you wouldn't necessarily be eligible for any of these programs, you want to register as a business so that, God forbid, anything happened like this again, you would have those protections in place. That's why people have LLCs, they have bank accounts, they have even like credit lines and credit cards through their business, even if they don't use it. So if you are on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. I really enjoy Twitter. It's fun for me. I like to see what's trending, and Bank of America was trending, and they actually got into some social media trouble. People were really blasting them on social media because they were saying in order to apply for the payroll loan, you had to be a member of Bank of America. You had to have a credit card with them, a loan from them, a bunch of different things that kind of made it harder for people to get the loan. They have since, I believe, reversed that. But it's kind of like a reminder that if you have a bank that maybe having a really good relationship with them, I have a credit card through my bank. I don't really use that credit card. I use a different credit card for points, which I enjoy doing. But anyways, but having a good relationship with your bank is kind of important, even though, depending on how you feel about banks, it can be seen as, not so great sometimes, but it can also be really beneficial if you, need certain things like line of credits. So I just want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you are looking for an electronic health record, that's really a full service health record. You can write your notes, you can send reminders, you can do billing, you can really communicate with your clients all online. So for those of you who have shifted to an online practice and didn't already have an EHR, definitely want you to check out TherapyNotes to really get you off and running, so you don't have paper charts anymore. You have to email your clients here's our paperwork, send it to me if you can. This sends reminders. There's an online portal, and it's a really great system. So please check out TherapyNotes. So I'm going to link the from Jennie, from Simple Profit. I'm going to link her resource to this. If I have any other updates or get any other updates, please check out our group, my private practice collective. I'm going to make sure that anything that kind of comes out, and then as I think stories develop, as people are getting maybe some funding, things are starting to come in, I think there'll be much more communication about it. So you just want to make sure you're on top of this. Some of the sites have been crashing, a lot of people trying to do this, so be sure to be on top of things and to communicate with your accountant and register your business. Okay, everybody, I'll see you soon. Bye.